like 16 years old now. Like, it's incredibly crazy.
Oh my God! It's a decapitated photo of or what's her name?
Yeah. Well, this is Eggman's base, so that's where
That's creepy.
Eggman for picture every night.
That's
Yeah.
odd.
It has a constitution.
It also
A constitutional monarchy, just
Yeah.
like
tourism, and
China?
crafting
Britain,
precision
I think.
no, Japan is a constitutional.
Oh,
monarchy.
okay. Well, then there you
The
go.
current sovereign is Princess Elise III.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there she
but,
is. Look
like,
at all her
sovereigns
all
don't
her
do
grainy
anything.
glory. Yes.
Sovereigns are just figureheads.
I mean, they are. I mean, we're Americans, so we don't give a shit about the monarchy. So
Awesome.
I find myself priding myself in not giving a shit about the monarchy.
Yeah, it's weird that people are into it.
Yeah,
Weird celebrity
because
bullshit.
like everybody cares about the all the drama with like
Escort
Meghan
me to the
and
gun.
Harry. Huh?
Escort me to the gun.
Because basically
Why is the gun base in the ancient castle?
No, so she was on. So we're at Eggman's base here.
Right.
So it's a rendezvous point, is what it was.
Oh,
yeah.
rendezvous point.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. So she retrieved the Scepter of Darkness, which will be called the Book of Darkness at some point very soon. I can promise you that.
I've already called it the Book of Darkness.
Well, they're going to call it that in game, despite it very
the
clearly
Evil
being
Dead,
a
the
scepter.
Necronomicon, you might call it.
Yeah.
You might
yeah.
say.
Yeah. So we're talking about like. I do find most games aren't made for me anymore. Like, if we're being honest, I really don't think they are.
Yeah, I don't know who they're being made for. People that have never played video games before.
No, I think it's people who enjoy the same game over and over again. I think that's what it kind of is.
Bayonetta, though, but like,
Well,
I love the game. I find the gameplay loop satisfying and interesting enough.
Well, like, here's the thing. Like, I don't find open world games inherently interesting, with a very few minor exceptions. Xenoblade and Breath of the Wild. Like that. Those are the only ones I get even remotely of a shit about.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need the air chips. Let's buy that.
I mean, I actually like what
and-
Star Ocean does, which is to just have really large regions that you can
Which is
like,
fine too.
navigate through.
Well, I mean, yeah, like Pokemon Legends Arceus did that too, where it was
Yeah.
kind of open world but not, and that was probably
Kind of because the open world was a level select map.
well, but. But Rob, like, you saw what the frame rate of that game
I
was.
know.
Like,
Imagine
I mean,
how good
it had
would
to
be
be
if it
that.
had
Yeah, it absolutely had to
a
be that.
continuous world.
Okay, so let's see here. Hold on.
I mean, I've said it. I was ruined on World of Warcraft, which is still bar none the best open world game I've ever played. And I've played a lot of
I don't need to do
open
S
world games.
ranks. No, are you kidding me? No. Well,
But
World
that's
of
because
Warcraft
it's a
was
true-
absolutely that. Yeah. So
That's 'cause
okay,
it was like
let's
the
see.
true world game.
Well, yeah. Okay, so purchase the available upgrades. Jump up to the cavern entrance in the southern portion of the forest. Where the fuck is there a forest?
The southern portion of the
Where
forest.
the fuck is there a forest?
Which one of these places goes to a forest?
I don't know. Probably the one near a forest. If only I could see the whole map, which I can't.
Those are palm trees, not a forest.
Not a forest. Well,
Despite what they might tell
presumably
you
if
in
I
Florida.
hang around the border, like, eventually I'll find a place that'll take me to a
Right.
forest.
Eventually, if you hang around the border, you'll find a nice man who will smuggle you across.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Shadow seems like he'd be into illegal immigration. Okay, so that's the path into Soliana itself, not this. So that's not where I
you
need to
should
go
to
yet.
Soliana and commit a spot of terrorism.
I probably
It's
should.
got to be here, right?
No,
Is this
that's the door to White Acropolis. So we don't need to go back to White Acropolis.
Well, good, because the ring isn't there.
Also true too. That is curious. Yeah, and
Well,
as we
there
know,
are
we can't
reasons.
get anywhere without rings. Yeah.
No, I mean, there are reasons that this hedgehog isn't allowed into the White Acropolis.
Oh, because of segregation. Was that your joke?
Yes. Look, this is it's games made by Japanese people, right?
You know, that is fair. Like, I'm surprised I'm playing Fire Emblem Engage. I'm surprised, number one, the English voice actors are black. And two, like, I'm also as equally surprised that they're not treated like caricatures. Which is also
that's
very,
pretty good.
a very big step in the right direction for them. Because
Three
I played
Houses was a
Xenoblade
little-
3, and oh my fucking god, Gondor is just every walking stereotype the Japanese have of black people merged into one character.
Oh, God.
Well,
Worse
and
than-
also like even Monica too, sadly, because like she had to have had, according to the lore, like she had Gondor when she was like 14 or something. Like I mean, just like it's just bad.
That does sound bad. I was gonna say that like Fire Emblem Three Houses has 2 different like black races.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
one of them talks like Starfire.
Yeah.
Which is probably the better choice.
Yeah,
rather
yeah,
than going
yeah.
for anything they may have gone for instead.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the other ones are just random invaders, Claude's people.
Yeah. Well, there's actually also trans characters in Engage
that's
too,
great.
which is interesting too. Like it is very interesting because I feel like they treat them with a certain amount of respect, at least to this point. I would hope that they keep them at that same level of respect, but I just don't know.
Well, you never know when they're going to turn in Earth or a Mother 3.
Yeah, well, Mother 3 in particular, like that was a very particular choice they made. Okay, where the fuck do I go?
Superpowers.
Yeah, okay, I guess I gotta go over here.
Maybe the Japanese are just privy to something that we're not.
What would they be privy to that we're not?
The inherent superpowers in all trans people.
Well,
Isn't that the plot of Mother 3?
Well, it effectively is. Okay, so these are ledges I have to climb here. So, like, here's the thing. Like, so Last of Us finished its first season, and you've played Last of Us, and I'm going to spoil the shit out of Last of Us if you haven't seen it. Oh, man, I wanted to go play it, but now I can't. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. How'd the adaptation go?
Okay, so I need... well, they didn't change a single moment of the finale, which they shouldn't have, which is good.
Finale, so, like, does it end at the end of the first game?
Yes, and line for line, it's almost identical to the original game.
That's
which is
probably
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to have changed a single word of that dialogue because it's perfect. And if anything, they kind of like I don't know. Enough people were talking online about how like, well, how hard would it have been for them to make a vaccine? Like, there's no chance they would have made the vaccine. Joel made the right choice. Versus, they
Oh
kind
God,
of
yeah. Especially now that we know how that works.
Yeah,
Now that
yeah.
we've been through it. With a
but
little
but
bit
they
of
kind of
retrospect.
like. Oh, I'm on a hang glider now, by the way.
That looks like a B-52, like a miniaturized bomber,
Yeah.
or a stealth bomber, rather.
Oh yeah, it basically kind of is. Yeah. So, but yeah, no. So they kind of made it more obvious that like they could actually make a vaccine. So to kind of alleviate from that choice. So I like that they did that.
Yeah.
I still like the game's ending more just because, one, I saw it first. 2, I think Troy and Ashley do a kind of a better job than Pedro and Bella do. Not that they're doing bad jobs, just like, here's this thing. Like, the fact that you have to find people who look identical to the people and how they're responding to the game. Like, there's limitations in what they can do, but also there's just limitations of being a human being who has to act in natural lighting and stuff.
Pedro Pascal
and-
and Joel look similar enough to be confused?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, Pedro and Joel look close enough where it's like it's a good casting choice. I want to make that clear.
Oh, yeah.
But like in terms of like I would watch the scene. It's just like the lighting in the game is so much better than in real life.
Yeah.
It's just like but also just like in general, like oh great, I have to look around for bullshit. Great. It's just like in Sonic Adventure. I'm doing a treasure hunt. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I fucking hated those.
Yeah, those suck. Except I don't think there's radar in this one, so I think I just have to follow my nose and hope the camera doesn't kill me.
Follow your bat nose.
Yeah, follow my bat nose.
You okay there?
I think I'm
Did
stuck,
you just
Billy.
Put a proximity mine on there?
I think I did, but also I can't get down.
The fuck are those proximity mine things?
Well, I presumably
What the
they'll blow
fuck, they
stuff
just-
up, but okay, I couldn't get down off the thing, so that sucks. Guess I have that to look forward to. Okay, okay, so there's a key right there,
Heavy
I
weapons.
think. Huh?
What's it
Well, the
called?
heavy weapon is me throwing bombs at them and just hoping that it hits them. Oh, I guess these bombs do kind of home, which is nice, as opposed to, how we couldn't aim anything with silver.
Or tails.
Yeah, or tails. Yeah, or tails. So,
look, there's a
okay. Oh, there's more up here. Okay, that's why. Okay. But yeah, so it's like I kind of prefer The Last of Us in its natural lighting state. Also, just a game, just like, like they didn't have as many zombies in The Last of Us because they thought it would get boring, which they were correct. It probably would have if you just had a random zombie encounter, because in Last of Us, the zombies don't fucking matter. They just don't.
The guy, game director said something about that in that interview.
Yeah. I guess more to my point is that I feel like The Last of Us and other games. I'm going to try to walk a very fine line here with my point. I feel like people will make a character
Get
trans.
your pitchforks ready.
Huh? Yeah, you get your pitchforks ready. Oh God! So the platform just came down while I was on it. That's
the wrong
great.
house, fool!
Okay. I thought that was the life bar for some reason. No, this is a laser. No, the point I was making is that I feel like it's lazy writing when you just make a character trans or a lesbian or anything of the nature and not have and I don't know, just and that's their only personality trait is that they are that minority group.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Essentializing.
Well, or tokenism. Like it just feels like it feels insulting because there's like a character in that in The Last of Us Part 2 where that's basically their whole identity is they're trans, and that's the entire nature of why they're there and why they're not allowed in their tribe, and it's just like it's just kind of like it's like I understand why, like I get it, like but it just feels hack writing to me is the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Let's do something. There's ways to do it.
Butler said something along the lines of like, "I'm more than just one like facet of my."
Well, and therein lies the problem, and we don't allow for the ability to write. Like we. I mean, this is all. I don't know if this is a problem necessarily with. This is a problem with a lot of different writing. It has nothing to do with just strictly like trans or lesbians or any race or whatever.
Like corporate boardroom writing.
Correct.
I've got a checkbox I need to fill out,
and that is a problem. And that is a problem with like every JRPG I play has like characters who fall into a dichotomy of they are this type of character.
Well, yeah, because Japan can just roll into its preset, its pre-baked archetype.
And America does that.
America
does that too, to be certain. Yeah, like America does that absolutely almost identically.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like it's. Yeah, I don't know. It just. I think I don't know. Well, okay, there's not a key here. God damn it. Okay, then listen. I just. That's not to say that there can't be well-written characters who are trans, who are lesbian, who are all of that, but I just don't think that those exist in The Last of Us, for example. I guess Ellie's kind of a good written character.
Ellie,
yeah, well, less so in the second game. Ellie kind of goes on a Roberta's blood trail in terms of murder everything. Life doesn't matter. Okay, so I think the third key's in here. I just have to figure out how to get in here.
Roberta's blood fucking.
Did you not see Black Lagoon or no? The third season of Black Lagoon or no?
Is Black Lagoon the anime with that chick?
Remy, that's and it's got Light Yagami's voice actor doing another character where he's slowly walking down a dark path where he's becoming morally ambivalent.
No, I've never seen it.
Okay.
I really know of it, but didn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good. I enjoyed Black Lagoon, but the third one is just basically a character just goes on a murder spree. Is basically what the third season is. Nope, I just died. I just got shot in the air and died.
That was a good spot to do it at, though.
I mean, in terms of everything else,
Better this early than.
Well, I would like to start getting S ranks on some of these levels.
Yeah.
Because every time I die, that eliminates my ability to do that.
Is this
I'm on a hovercraft.
Hovercraft?
Yeah.
Dude, you love hovercrafts.
Please explain to me what the fuck just happened there.
On you and you died.
Please explain.
Dude.
Is that what happened to me?
Classic 9/11
Is that what
moment.
actually happened to
Classic
me?
9/11 moment.
Just a classic 9/11
moment. A classic 9/11 moment.
Okay, and never forget that the firefighters stole jeans during 9/11. Never forget that either. Okay, cool.
I just stole jeans.
Huh?
I just stole jeans.
Yeah, like
See, one of those fell right the fuck on you. Took you out.
But why is it blowing up? For what purpose?
Because it looks cool.
Okay, so presumably I need to go up there, but I'm afraid to get down or I'll die. I'm afraid to get off the hovercraft or I'll die.
Yeah, you probably should never get off the hovercraft.
This is probably the correct path because there's a lot of shit everywhere here.
I'm glad you finally got some guns.
Yeah.
Oh, so you made it to the...
Oh, hey, this is where I'm supposed to be. Cool. Okay.
Why'd you jump off the hovercraft?
Because, well, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to in order to use the spring, but for all we know, the spring would have also worked.
Well, there's
so who
an
knows?
eagle.
Yeah, there's the
It
Eagles.
was running
so
from you in fear.
yeah,
In fear of how
in fear of my dark ambivalence.
it's really just in awe of how American you are.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, I just need to
patriotism.
clear the boxes, and the
Oh.
Eagle would come rescue me.
It didn't want to fuck around with. Oh my
Oh my
god!
God!
Damn,
He's so
dude.
cool.
Got it right at the end. 9/11.
It sure did.
It's
Oh
special.
God! I mean, this is way better than Silver's campaign by a long stretch already. Oh God!
I'm glad that Shadow can deliver.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna play Shadow the Hedgehog at some point because I've never beaten it all the way through.
Good.
I mean, we won't beat it all the way through when we play it on
Can
channel
you use your
there's
gun on your
there's 11
motorcycle?
different endings and none of them matter except the final one, which you can only get by unlocking all 11 endings.
Gross. Oh god. Wow,
fine,
that's
we got
exactly how I imagine a tower to fall over.
yeah.
Tower made out of bricks.
Yeah, I like to think that's how it would
and
work too,
stones.
right?
Yep,
yeah.
just like that with that shaky ass fucking.
Yeah. God, what were you saying though about Shadow, or kept playing the Shadow the Hedgehog, or I don't remember what you were saying. But yeah, it has
Something
11.
about the guns.
It has 11 different endings, and you have to play like the opening level like 8 times. Like it
Sounds awful.
Because like Star Fox, where like you go down different paths and stuff, so you could do the
but
good.
Cornelia's fun. I'd play that over and over.
Oh yeah, but the first level is the worst level of the game, so it's
Or wait,
it's
what was that? What was the level called in Star Fox? Was it Cornelia?
yeah, Corneria.
Corneria.
Yeah.
Cornelia the
Cornelia is the princess from Code Geass.
I think it was also the first town in Final Fantasy 1.
Could be. I haven't played Final Fantasy 1 in a very long time.
Corneria.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think
then
technically, because of the way Japanese works, they're all the same.
in terms, it's the same town every place.
No, it's
like how
RNL.
every Akihabara and every that
that's
radio tower. Yeah, they
Tokyo
all take
Tower.
place in the same universe. Yeah. I also
no,
want to
because
go.
Cornelia and Corneria.
I also want to go back and play Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I want to give it another try now.
a good
God, I
jump.
just died.
Good jump. Very powerful
I
jump.
panicked of how I landed on there. It wasn't a good landing. No, I want to go back and I want to play Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I want to give that a better chance than I did before. Tokyo Mirage Sessions is the Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem game that came out on the Wii U and now is on Switch.
Sounds horrifying.
Well, it is kind of a little bit like I don't like what they did with the Fire Emblem portion of the art style. And it's
What is that supposed to be?
Well, so like all the characters like Shin Megami Tensei demons now, basically, like, and also the plot of it is that you're going to like basically an idol academy.
Yeah.
And
sure. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So something was supposed to happen there and didn't. That's
Child
why it was
labor
freaking
camp.
out on
Child
me.
labor camp. Right.
Well, no. So they're basically like teen idols and stuff.
Yeah,
and so it's
labor
like
camp.
there's singing and stuff in it too. Like there's musical numbers and you do like
course.
ads for like pop drinks and stuff like it too. Like it's really fucking
Child
weird.
labor camps. Yes.
Yeah, it's just very weird. But I want to give it another
Dead
try.
stop.
Yeah, dead stop. Lose all momentum. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
You know, if you actually jump through a cathedral like stained glass like that, you'd die.
Probably, yeah.
You'd be
You just
sliced to ribbons.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not a hedgehog, so I couldn't actually prove out that theory.
I know of a cathedral. Get me.
You're still not a hedgehog. Like just because
just
you
get me a hedgehog. I'll throw it through the window.
Okay, well let's test that out. Yeah, I feel like hedgehogs can live through anything, right? Probably.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, only one way I know to find out.
When's
Don't
the last time
actually.
you've been to Notre Dame?
Well, I think Notre Dame burned
as it
down,
were.
though, Rob.
That's why I'm asking when was the last time you were there? Was it?
I'm not admitting to anything. Let me make that clear. No, I've never been. The only place I've ever been outside the country is Mexico, and that was like for like one of those resorts. So I really didn't go to Mexico. Oh my God!
Dude, game loves you well. That was
a fun way to die.
Oh my God, a pillar to nowhere.
It sure was. Yeah, I glitched into the nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been out of the country actually. I've come close to the first time.
Didn't you go to Japan? I thought.
No.
Oh, so Stefano went to Japan.
And
Yeah.
then lost $1,400 because United never properly refunded my fucking.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, they never refunded my ticket properly.
I want to go to
hit.
Japan, but I would need at least 2 weeks to spend there, and I don't have 2 weeks for. I just now got back to 15 vacation days, so I can start banking and I can start looking at going to Japan because I feel like I'd have a good time in Japan. I know my dad every time he says. He says if I were to go to Japan, this is going to be very racist, but I'm going to say it because this is how my dad works.
Ross, paraphrasing his father.
Yeah. Paraphrasing my father, he'd be like, aren't you a little bit worried they're going to think you're Godzilla when you're there? Because I'm a giant.
From everything I've heard, you will feel like Godzilla.
I mean, I feel like Godzilla everywhere I'm at because I'm 6'4". Like, I'm taller than most people, except like at an NBA game. Yeah.
Did you know that's how tall...
Derrick Rose?
No, there's this cow
Dwayne
that
Wade?
they've got in Australia.
Oh, okay.
It's the largest cow in Australia. It's 6'4" and weighs 3,000 pounds.
Oh, I don't weigh 3,000 pounds.
They keep showing it next
so I
to
guess I feel
pictures
light pretty good in comparison.
They keep showing it next to pictures of Michael Jordan in like the newscasts they do on it.
Sure. That feels okay. Sure.
As like a size comparison.
Okay.
Noting that Michael Jordan is 6'6" and not 6'4".
Yeah, well, and that's not
One
as
day
tall
you'll
as
get
Michael
to that
Jordan.
ring right there.
Yeah, well, okay, so I need to do a homing attack to cross, but I home to the spring. Okay, cool, we did it. Cool. Yes. Okay. Oh,
but yeah, dude, you're as tall as the largest cow in Australia. How does that make you feel?
Well, first of all, I feel very thin now, which is very nice in comparison. Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
I mean, nice.
B's fine. I'm okay with it.
B is fine. We're gonna note that from now on.
Do you want me to get 8 S's in every level? Because
I believe that was the conversation.
I did that
the
at
first
one
S
point.
you got.
That
I believe that when you got the
I've
first
gotten
S,
like 8 or 9 S's. Like
I said we will never see this S again, and we never did.
Point out how many S's I've had by now, Chloe. Thank you, dog.
Yeah, right. Like you're gonna go back through and cut up S footage.
Well, that's fair. Actually, I probably don't have time. No, I'll be editing all day tomorrow, so we'll get a bunch of episodes done.
Oh god, yeah, I'm gonna be cramming more Avatar stuff.
Yeah.
But they do these Avatar
The former
campaigns.
king of Soliana used to reside
Weird.
in this castle. But
So this is where we get lore
Or
here.
which former king?
Well, so that's the guy who died in the
10 years.
accident we
It
saw.
turned into a moss-covered rune in 10 years.
Don't think about it that hard, Rob.
I think the name of the
I
plan
mean,
was-
you were seeing moss and shit come back during COVID.
Sure.
Yeah,
but
you
know
were
what? I have not seen.
You were seeing like
I
coyotes
have
and
not seen
deers
a
like
stone
reclaim the
structure
wildlife.
deteriorate
Named
into.
after their eternal sun god.
Also, he's here. Hi, Eggman.
Nice.
It's been
That's
Whoa,
a
that was a
great
sexy
shot
way to
of
say
her
doctor.
cleavage.
and of course, Shadow. Now,
Is he
if
just
you'd be
hanging
so
out?
kind as to
Well,
hand back
he's
the
here to get back the
of
scepter,
darkness you
is what
took.
he's
What
trying
scepter?
to do.
They've got a book.
Yeah, he's got the book.
He does strike me as a librarian with no eyebrows.
He does. He really does.
It's
Yeah.
actually kind of weird. He doesn't have eyebrows.
Uh-huh. Well, hey, but he's got robots, so that's fun.
I mean,
Okay, so
Shadow's
she's
also
got
got a
wings
gun.
here. Let's remember this in a brief moment here.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
let's remember that she has wings and should be able to fly and recover and be able to
Nope.
not have that be a problem.
Dead.
Also,
Oh, it's gonna break. Way to go, dumbass.
it's just breaking really slowly.
Oh.
That
Or
was
it
the thing that
just
happened.
Thumped onto the ground
Yeah,
in a way that
yeah.
physics probably totally works.
Yeah. Well, that's the Havoc engine physics at a whole right there. But yeah, now the scepter's broken.
Don't touch it with your fucking sausage fingers.
Well, so that's the thing.
Oh, so it's evil.
Yeah.
It is the Necronomicon.
I mean, basically kind of is, yeah. No,
Who is he talking to with pulling back?
I guess
He's not
pull
leading
back.
an
Yeah,
army.
he didn't
Maybe he just
pull
likes
back
to-
any of the troops.
Maybe he just likes to pretend he's leading an army with people.
I
in
don't
it.
think he thinks the robots are his friends, but he's still willing to abandon them.
He pretends that they're his friends, but also he abandons them.
yeah. Hey, yeah, no, it's like John. Okay, so
Did the Necronomicon just eat Shadow's shadow?
yeah, so that's why he
So
looks like Shadow.
Old Shadow turned into so the Necronomicon turned into Old Shadow.
Yeah. We'll turn him up after this because I love Dan Green doing this voice. He's great.
I thank you, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, he's just so creepy. Obviously, he's doing Yugi, but I mean, he's so creepy doing it.
Who are you? And how do you know my name?
He probably used Pot of Greed to draw.
Yeah,
the right
but he
card.
draw 2 cards. Yeah.
Mephiles the Dark.
Yeah, like you're about to see even angstier Shadow here.
I don't know how dark he is. He's more like grayed out.
That's fair, yeah. He also's got weird lizard eyes.
They're cool lizard eyes. Why would you say that?
Much to you, Shadow.
Why are you talking with your forehead?
Well, he doesn't actually have lips. So, like, yeah, like he...
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's rough. Brack doesn't have lips, and he gets by,
Brack has a mouth.
but not lips.
I remember him singing about that at one point.
Accurate.
Yeah. Also, their
oh,
their mouths just vanish. Yeah.
They just popped.
Yeah.
No, they all just pop away. Like
Yeah,
a fucking Team 4-star fucking joke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's great. All right. I guess there's one more cutscene here. Yeah. Okay.
And you thought they were just gonna instant transmission in that.
Well,
minute.
they're in the future now. So
So he also can control time and create localized time distortions.
yes, exactly. So
That's how you collapse continuums.
yeah, basically, yeah. So this is how they got into the future. If you recall, we met Sonic and
Well,
Shadow.
let's find
We met
out
them in
where
the
we
future. So yeah, so this is how they got here then.
Bye, Rouge.
Yeah.
Don't
She's just
stare at
running
her ass,
ahead.
weirdo.
Who is he?
Also,
So he's
why did it
thinking.
go dark and
Because
gray?
he's thinking instead of talking out loud.
That's fair. Well, you had to think about it for a little bit. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So.
Oh
yeah.
boy, a
I'm
Star
in.
Trek
I've
fucking.
pinned
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
location.
Well, don't the
It's-
computers look like that in the future, Rob?
That's what they look like in Star Trek.
Yeah. Look at all those buttons.
No.
Yep, empty
that's not
loadouts,
possible.
pointless fucking UI.
We're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
That looks like the future to me.
It sure does.
Shit ass UI.
They sure enabled the metaverse. Of that we can be certain.
Where we are?
Shit ass UI with computers the size of rooms.
It's not where are we, but when are we?
It
That's actually
appears
kind of a
we've
fun
gone
effect with
through
the eyes
time.
glowing behind the.
Actually, kind of is. Yeah.
I mean,
I
they're
respect
ambitious
it.
in the camera work. They're ambitious about what they were
There's,
doing.
there's a lot of ambition here. Like it's just
Maybe more,
executed like shit.
depending on when this database was last updated. Well, at
Database.
least we know we've arrived.
Well,
at
they're looking at where they are when they are in the future. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a computer room from the 1980s. So, like,
Yeah, they could be anywhere.
with for some reason also Excel and Power BI scrolling through fucking pie charts and nonsense data.
Exactly. I mean,
If only Shadow still had his gun.
if only he still had his gun, because there are raiders here, and now they're going to be in a society that
What's
needs
his
teeth for
super
money. Huh? Were you gonna say what his persona is?
No.
His persona is Shadow.
I was gonna say, what's his Super Saiyan fucking form called?
Oh, it's Super Shadow.
That's dumb.
Yeah. Well, it's not like Sonic's ever had fucking creativity at a certain point, Rob. Come on.
Yeah, but don't you know Tails' super form?
What was his super form?
It's called Turbo Tails.
Oh, I don't think. Well, he doesn't go Super Saiyan anymore. He hasn't since the Genesis era.
See you guys.
Who, Sonic or Tails?
Tails and Knuckles, for that matter, too.
Hyper Knuckles was
Hi.
Knuckles'.
Long time
Well, no,
no
there were super emeralds in that could cause you to go to
Oh.
Hypersonic in Sonic 3 and
Hypers-
Knuckles, but that was
oh.
only if you combined both games. So,
Wait, I combined both games. I never.
well,
got
did
that
you
far.
get the? So you get the emeralds first, and then
Yeah,
you
I
can get
never
the
got the
emeralds the second time, and that's when you get the super emeralds.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's there's
What
lore.
does
I'm certain.
Hypersonic look like?
Huh?
From our own timeline.
He just looks white. He looks like
Ugh.
Ultra Instinct Sonic.
Oh. So what
Yeah.
you're saying is, full circle, DBZ came and stole Ultra Instinct from Sonic after Sonic stole Super Saiyan from DBZ.
Oh yeah, full things. Well, you know that they only started making Dragon Ball Super because Toriyama was pissed off because of Dragon Ball Evolution, right? Like he's like, I could do better than that.
The shitty
So-
movie?
Yeah, the shitty American movie. It's just like
So great.
Yeah.
Such a great movie.
Yes, but that alone is insufficient.
Hypersonic.
Okay,
I'm starting to think
Shadow.
all of the other
It looks
forms are
like we need to
non-canon.
work together.
I mean, who knows what the canon is with Sonic? Like we get lost in the canonical lore, and by the end of this game, we will too. All right, next time on Fetch Quest, we're going to Crisis City again.
Turbo Tales is
take it
only
easy,
from
everybody.
the fucking comic book.
Oh, well, never mind then. I guess the comic books don't make sense. Fuck, what is that guy's name? Scott Penders? Fuck that guy.
Archie.
Yeah, fuck Archie too. Fuck
Archie and
fuck
Marcus
Betty.
Donnelly.
Fuck Veronica. Yeah, take it easy.